Well, another great day. Probably about 25 degrees. I just read that Melbourne's had one of its coldest starts to winter since the mid-40s. The 11.2 degrees yesterday was the top temperature, and it was weather like this here. So yeah, looking at a differential probably about 13-14 degrees Celsius. So it's quite a bit. Yeah, can't complain about the weather in the last few days. About 5 days of this sort of weather we've had, so it's been nice. A bit breezy, but that's it. Apart from that, no problem. Also looking up information on Vietnam about travel and what have you, and it's a bit, as far as international travel, no one's really sure what date it is, so that 1st of July date may not come through, or at least not widely. It may be for just certain countries like South Korea, but not for Australia. Well, we'll see anyway. I still might be able to get there. They do have unrestricted domestic travel by air in Vietnam. You can go anywhere in Vietnam, fly anywhere there. Internally, there'd be a lot of people down south who would love to come up here right now, and there'd be a lot of people here who love their money. So, oh dear, very frustrating. Yeah, I was actually doing a little bit of research on the International Space Station too. I looked at the documentary online. It's quite interesting. I wasn't sure how many people were there permanently, but when the latest crew turned up in the Dragon, which was that demo mission, there was 2 Americans and there were 2 Russians, 2 cosmonauts and an American on board. So there's only 3, but the full contingency of the space station is actually 6. Yeah, the maximum number of people they've had on the International Space Station is actually 13. So it's over double their full capacity, which is quite extraordinary. I think it goes for about a month or 2 months in duration. And it would have been a little cramped. They must have hot bunked, you know, although you can actually sleep without bunks there because it's zero gravity. You don't really need. Yeah, you can sleep in any angle you like. It doesn't really make much difference. So have that luxury. But it was funny contrasting the new Dragon capsule. Very high tech, very sci-fi, looking, you know, quite a nice design, especially with the touch screens. And the exterior of it looks good too. It's very stylish. And you compare that to the interior of the space station. That looks like a hoarder's house. It's got all this junk everywhere. There's lots of stuff lying around, and you know, bulkheads are covered by storage stuff. It looks messy. You know, there's no sort of flush sort of surfaces. There's stuff hanging off the walls everywhere. I mean, they can go from one area to the other quite easy, just float through, and that's amazing. It'd be great to be in zero gravity and be able to do that. But it is funny. It does really look like a hoarder's house because it looks very messy, but I'm sure it's all vital equipment. And I think they need at least 2 astronauts or cosmonauts on board just to do to look after the running of the actual station. And after that, any additional people beyond that can start doing real research, because that's the problem. You need a certain number of people just to do the maintenance stuff, the mundane daily stuff. So, but to make it worthwhile, it really needs to be ramped up so that people can get into some heavy research and spend a lot of time doing that. They are going to be increasing the number of. There's going to be another lab there, a private lab that's going to be attached to the module, and there's also going to be a tourist module which is actually designed by a Frenchman, which is quite stylish looking, with plenty of views and what have you. So that'll be exciting, and that's happening in the next couple of years. And now that it looks as though Dragon's going to be reliable getting astronauts up there, that'll be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that PJ's is still closed. 20 people are just not enough to run a business. They'd only be able to open it during the day, I guess, and it's probably just not worth the hassle. You've still got fixed costs like cleaning and what have you. That area is still locked away, so no exterior drinking. Got the lights on there, but the doors aren't open. Obviously, they're not trading. Yeah, a bit of a shame. Hopefully when it gets to 50, as it already is in New South Wales, they'll then make it a viable proposition to run as a business, and the doors will open again. One can only hope. It would be so nice. It seemed like such a luxury to actually go out and have a drink. It's just ludicrous, because the other pub I quite like is their sister pub, and it's even larger. That's the Pier, and so that's obviously going to be closed as well. So, but I don't go there that often, but it's nice to know it's there. Anyway, at some stage it'll happen. I think sometimes that these people won't move unless they're actually shamed into it by their peer group, in this case other premiers putting pressure on them, because I think they're erring on the side of caution, can go too far, and some people don't. Well, I think the modern politicians don't have the guts to make tough decisions, or any decision for that matter. It's easier to defer things, send them to committees. I mean, Morrison's done that enough. He's been doing okay of late, but I still think the jury's out on him long term. I want to see some tangible projects taking place, infrastructure projects and what have you, for Australia's future. Apparently there are a couple of dams that are being built in New South Wales, which is quite extraordinary, because I think the Environment Minister's name is Matt Keane, and Alan Jones calls him Matt Green because he is basically a Green Liberal, and I'm surprised that he would actually allow any dams to be built. He's the guy who wants to abolish all plastic bags in New South Wales. I don't think people realise that that's actually occurred, that that's part of the legislation, but apparently it is. So that's pretty draconian. Well, I think this area's finished now. I'm not sure we're meant to walk along here, or actually we can walk there now. It looks like it's dry. So, oh well, it looks better than what it did, I think. I can't really recall. Don't take that much interest in the pavements, but maybe it is still wet, yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know if I am supposed to. Oh God, I've got. Oh, did I walk the wrong way here? I don't know. I'm sort of. I don't know how. I was at. Oh, okay. How did I do that? I got myself in the construction. I didn't see that where the entrance was for this. To backtrack and go. Oh well, it's a nice day for a walk. I don't know how that happened, but maybe something was blocking us. I don't know where. I missed the entrance. That's weird. Yeah, I just missed the entrance. I didn't see it.
We didn't even see
Looks like it's almost finished anyway. I think one of the workers was blocking the entrance. That's why I didn't come down here. So I assumed that it wasn't actually here, and he just walks through. I mean, like I say, there's nothing there anyway. It's all done by the looks of things. I'm heading off to the library. I haven't done this for a few years. I looked up my record, and I think the last book I took out was in 2017. That's how far back we're talking about. So I'm going to try to pick up a DVD that I've been hounded by a friend in Brisbane and my cousin down in Melbourne. They've been saying, you got to see this film, you got to see this film. So it's finally waiting for pickup. So the actual library has opened again on Monday, and I got a message and it's waiting for me. So I'll go and pick it up. Hopefully it'll play on my cheapo hand portable DVD player that I shove into the computer. Yeah, check out all the bat shit there on the footpath. It's pretty bad. Just heading towards the to the library. Very nice building. It's just a pity it's so windy. It's been windy for the last few days. This guy's building. Yeah, really bad. It's almost impossible to record. But you can smell the sort of citrusy, fruity excrement everywhere. It's actually quiet at the moment. Quite quiet. Maybe they have got rid of a few and they just haven't cleaned up what was left over, because I was supposed to use a couple of young bats as bait to get them out of here. I think I can hear some of them though. It's totally infested this area, and all the birds have been scared off, nearly all of them anyway. So it's sort of, yeah, it's dog eat dog basically, or bat eat bird in this case. Oh, it's actually not windy here for a change. It had, for about the last 3 days, just constant wind. I'll see if this door's open. Not sure whether it will be, but because everything's locked out. No, that's locked, so I have to go through the main entrance. Yeah, it's an attractive building. It's a nice place, and hopefully I'll better collect this DVD. That'd be good. They haven't got a huge selection, unfortunately. They've got a classic old movie I want to get. Presumably this is the entrance here. Let's see how we go. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.